Oh my God. Sorry for not having a bunch of videos. We've been so busy doing this car, getting motors ready, just doing a bunch of shit. So, the new motor is in, everything is back to normal, entire chassis harness is back together, interior is completely back together. We're ready to go. Right now, we are adding all the fluids, and then we are gonna do first start. We're only using cheap oil right now just so we can start it up, get it through the system, because this shit's probably been sitting for a long time. And then we are gonna drain it again and then add some VR1. All right, motor is running. Everything's good. Very scary when you get basically a free motor from another JDM warehouse. This thing was like 800 bucks. I consider that damn near free. Let's check the oil pressure now. At idle, we're at 33, 34, around there. That's really good. That's where you want to be. It's really good for idle. I mean, we put a brand new oil pump, so I don't see why it wouldn't be right there unless the passages are clogged, but everything else is good. Now we're just gonna let it idle for a bit, break in the new oil pump, get oil circulated throughout the entire engine, and we'll probably go for a little drive. Don't mind the smoke. That's literally just from the coating on the heat shield. This thing is so damn nice. I'll give you a little taste of the new turbo. Woo! So good. So everything's working out. Drove to the gas station, got a couple things. Driving back. See how the drive back goes. Good morning, boys and girls. So, oh my God, we got some really bad news. Let's just go to the car and I'll show you. So again, the original motor was bought from JDM of San Diego, and they gave us an unknown motor that they have had sitting for a really long time for $800. As I said, motor's not knocking, none of that. Feels great, sounds great. Only thing that's been stressing me out now is after our drive and after motor got up to operating temperatures, I noticed that the gauge wasn't reading past 40 PSI at high RPM. These motors need to see around 30 to 40 at idle, as well as at high RPM, 90 to 100 PSI if it's really good oil pressure. This is not. I think it's still at the same reading, yeah. So this is completely warmed up now, and this is after we revved it up. I haven't pressed the valve to let out some of the oil. So this is where it's been sitting, and I've revved it up to at least 3,500, 4,000 just to check. There's no knocking, no nothing right now. But what it's looking like is the bearings are bad. When the bearings go bad in these motors or any vehicle at all, you will lose oil pressure. You know, and this motor, when we took it apart, it looked good. It looked used, but it's very difficult to actually check over an engine unless you fully disassemble it. You understand? You know, because you take apart the crank, you look for scoring. You can literally measure the bearings by putting a plastic gauge and squeezing everything back together and seeing your clearances. But these bearings are definitely bad. I feel very bad for the customer. You know, it's not his fault, not our fault. It just seems like JDM of San Diego is not as reputable as they're claiming to be, and I really appreciate them for giving us a motor, but it's just like wasting our time, wasting the customer's money, because, you know, we do have to charge him to pull the motor, reinstall it, putting the new oil pump and all that in mind. There's new oil pump gaskets, new oil pump O-ring, new oil pickup gasket. So there's no reason this motor shouldn't be seeing proper oil pressure. You know, and I really appreciate them for trying to help us out, but it's just pretty fucked up that Now we technically have to refresh this motor, you know, and we're very busy here as is. We're trying to get this thing done for the customer on time that we don't have. You know, we're moving into a new shop right now, and it just overall sucks because now we're going to have to re-pull the motor, completely disassemble it, send over everything to the machine shop to get checked over, everything. And I feel really bad. But whatever the customer wants to do, we will do. If he wants to take a break and, you know, wait on this for a little bit and then bring it back to us and get it done, we'll do that. But according to what he wants to do, he just wants to get it done. So if we rebuild this motor's going to last forever now. But at least we caught it before it started knocking, you know. That's why we do testing. That's why we make sure before a car leaves, everything is good. Because I would have hated if we sent this car out and it started knocking on him. It would have made us look extremely horrible. So again, thank you, JDM of San Diego, for kind of giving us a motor. But you guys kind of need to inspect your motors a little better before giving them to a customer, because this shit's not okay. So now we are actually going to be taking the 240 to the new shop. We're not going to be doing any of the work. Whoa, my boy, you good? Yeah. We're going to be taking the 40 to the new shop, doing everything over there. Finally, we got the shop. She is a lucky car. She's literally the first car in the shop right now. So now we're going to just wait, get the deposit for the motor, pull the motor, rebuild it, and then we're going to get going. Finally. Again, we're going to be throwing this thing in for the third damn time. Whatever we got to do, let's get it. And it's about that time where I say goodbye. You guys will see this car very soon again. But we'll be in the shop now, so we'll probably do everything in there. I appreciate everybody's time and taking your time to watch this video and deal with these problems with us. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. This is how it goes with cars, especially used engines from overseas. But other than that, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Motor's not knocking, so we're going to be rebuilding it, and then we'll go from there.